Welcome back. I'm back. Yep, same clothes, same everything. If you watch my other video, and it's kind of weird because I'm talking to the future, but we'll see if these points still resonate with me. I mean, I think they will. By the time I upload this, and maybe I'll watch it for myself and be like, that's a good point. Past me. And I haven't done that with my videos yet, but I could see them being helpful in that sense. I might do that sometime soon. Anyways, we're here to talk about escaping despair beyond repair. So, if you're watching this video, chances are you are a consistent viewer of the channel and you are putting in the work to become someone great. And I respect you for that. And it's amazing. And I'd love to hear it. The fact that I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consistent viewers, I'm looking at it here. I got 35, 27, 18, 2. I mean, that's because I just uploaded the new video. But those are my views on the past 4 videos. There's some consistent viewers and based off the analytics. So, there are some of you who are on track. And this is also a video for myself. You're on track. You're doing what you need to do. And then a day comes. Or something happens. Or you mess up. And now you're just down, you're just spiraling. You're just in a downfall pit of not being able to work. You can't get up. You don't want to get up. There's no point. You're in a point of despair beyond repair. This is the danger we face when putting ourselves out there. When I say putting ourselves out there, that means praying to God, putting ourselves in the position to be challenged. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm tired of just living this meaningless, seamless life. I'm going to start adding new things so I can upgrade myself. And when you do that, you're putting yourself in the way of failure. If you do nothing, you're not going to fail. No duh. Put yourself in the chances of failing more, you're going to fail. And that's the reality of it, and that's how life has been made for us. You can see that in the Quran, as it says, like, we've been knocked down, and we're supposed to be encouraged to get back up and keep going. This point of despair beyond repair is very dangerous. So, how do you avoid getting there? You get to those positions by making one bad mistake, one bad decision, or one thought, or one negative thought, and that leads to another one, and that leads to another one, and that leads to another one, and then all of a sudden you're in a 2-hour wasted spiral of scrolling or watching YouTube videos or whatever it is. I do it. I did it for like 4 days in a row where I'd have a great day, but then I'd come home exhausted, and I'd try to push myself to get to do the right thing, but I just made one bad decision, and then that led to a second, and the glucose crash and all this. I've talked about it before, and I'd be in a point of despair beyond repair, and I'd be like, oh, what the hell's the point? Might as well just keep watching YouTube, and might as well just waste all this time, and just, what's the point? Even when you don't scroll, you're going to find some way to do that. I still haven't scrolled in over a month, but that is still 40 days. But I've still failed, right? I've still made these mistakes and gotten to these points of despair. So how do you prevent it? You prevent that first mistake. Now, how do you prevent that first mistake is you watch your actions. Well, you can't always be mindful of your actions, okay? So that doesn't work. What is the solution to not getting to the point of despair beyond repair? The solution is what I talked about at the end of my last video, and that is to just stare at the sunset. Just when you're fatigued, just lay in bed and just stare at the ceiling. And that's a tough thing to do. And that in itself is a challenge, which I think you should start trying to do when you get to that point when you're fatigued. But anyways, I'm not going to reiterate this entire point, so you can go watch the end of my last video or watch the entire last video to see that. The main thing I want to talk about here is when you are in that pit of despair, when you feel like there's no point and you just don't want to keep working at it. It's like, everyone's having fun. No one's encouraging you to doing what you need to do. You're all alone in this matter. There's no one going to come and pull you up and say, hey, you know what? Come with me. I'm your guide. And if you have that kind of person for you, good for you. But for most of us, I think there's no person in our life to do that with us. We're on a completely different track where nobody agrees with us. So now we are in that point, and you're in a pit of despair. What Shaitan will try and do is he will encourage you to lose your trust in God, to lose your strength and your faith, because this is the point of your weakest point. you begin to spiral, and he'll just whisper more and more and more, and you're just completely out of control. And what Shaitan will actually do is he'll get you to pray. But he'll only do that so that when you get to the point of despair, you question God's authority. Well, I prayed to you. I did this for you. Why aren't you working? Why aren't you helping me? That's Shaitan. But the reality is, this is our nature. We're supposed to fail. We're supposed to have to work to get back up, to build that resilience, to keep going, and to say, you know what, hey, I was knocked down here. I knocked myself down. But you know what? Take 3 steps forward, 1 step back. Or 1 step back, 3 steps forward. Whichever way you want to say it. For every 3 steps forward you're going to take 1 back. But the point is to have that resilience, to get up, take 3 steps forward. Might fall again. And you just keep doing that over and over and again. And guess what? By the time you're done, you're at the destination. Now, there is no destination, but the traveling, the point, the getting to that extra step, to getting those steps in, means the world to us, because that's what we're here for. We've found value in it. There's a reason why you're still watching this video. My 13th video on just different topics, and the fact that you're still here shows that you care about making those steps, and you know how good it feels when you make those steps. So you have to remember those moments. You have to remember those precious times of the strengths and the beauties of all of it. In those points of despair, you have to have faith in God and understand that, you know what, you're gonna get knocked down. And yeah, even when you're getting back up, it's tough too, because you're gonna think, hey, well, if only I did this to begin with. Like, you're gonna get up and you're gonna come out of your pit and you're gonna say, okay, now it's time to go. You start doing some stuff and it's like, oh, if only I did this to begin with, I'd be so good. This constant negative thoughts and this negative spiraling and this uncontrollable pit of despair, we have to avoid. You cannot stay in this pit of despair, because that's how you lose your ways. That's how you lose your strengths. That's how you lose what you've been made for. Got to get back up. Got to keep going. And to that, I wish you the best of luck. Take care and have a good day, I guess.